shouldn't want you, I shouldn't need you, but I'm afraid that's not up to me. Cause when I hear you sing through my speakers, it's like my mind takes a hold of me. I've tried shutting you off for some time now, but I'm still hearing your voice in my head. Oh, I wish I was more than your fan now, and that your voice came from here in my bed. You're in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, singing to me. You're in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, making me bleed. You're in my
So, in for legs, we are 29 days out today, so technically 4 weeks tomorrow. I'm adjusting a fair bit of my, not the volume, but the session order to preserve energy. So usually I would start with three to 4 sets of calves and then do the superset adductor, but because this week I've noticed a drastic drop in energy just in sessions, going hypo a bit more. I'm just trying to make what I am doing in a session just that bit more, the best word is efficient. So still doing the same amount of calf work, but we're doing that at the end, and then I've dropped a set of the hack squat and added a set to the hip press. Again, I'm just trying to, I was saying to Aaron just before we started, and why, when he was asking why changes, it's essentially just get me and set me up, because we've got so many shows back to back that if my volume, or rather my baseline volume's in a nice spot, I don't have to worry about what's going on from a recovery standpoint, from a training standpoint. I can just be like, right, I've got these 5 sets, or these 3 sets. I have numerous exercises to go from, and I have to then warm up on different exercises. Just like today for quads, it's leg extension, hack squat, leg extension, hip press, hack squat. Nice and simple. Once you're warm, and it's just going. So, not shorter sessions, but just saving time. so seated Lycra is done. Still just doing the one set there. The funny thing I was just saying to Aaron again there is, I was watching a video of Justin Shire and Dorian Hamilton yesterday doing legs. So I was watching this when I was doing Stairmaster. And they're going through the cues on a seated Lycra, and it's literally what I've been telling Aaron to do for like a month. So it's like tuck your hips back, pull your core in, keep your joints stacked. They're talking about external rotation, which is the fancy wanker way of saying keep from your hip to your knee to your ankle in line, and then drive down. And I find doing that takes hips and low back out of it. So I find on that Cybex machine, since making those changes, I'm nowhere near the stack anymore. But the contraction I get in my hamstring, the quality of the rep is far, far, far superior than what I was doing prior, when I'm like letting my hips and my low back kind of just move weight for the sake of moving weight. So it's a really good set there. I thought I got 16 reps. Aaron said 14. We watched the tape back, and I got 14. So technically I'm down a rep from where I should be. Central leg extension, done 2 warm-up sets so far, and I'll get into it. So 3 leg extensions done. So one of the things I was having Aaron do there is as you're pulling up, pulling into the seat, and then as you're coming down, kind of like letting that kind of like go, and you're getting this like rocking. If this is my hip, you're getting this rocking motion as you're going, and I find doing that you like connect so much more with the upper part of your quad, like your FM. Huge benefit doing that. I find that's where like either there's one of two things people have. They have a very well developed like lower portion of the quad, or a very underdeveloped upper portion of the quad. There's no in between. And I find doing that this past off season has really like allowed me to really lock in on that upper portion of the quad. And then, as I said at the start of the video, kind of repositioned some sets here and there. So 3 work sets on the hip press there. So still doing the high rep set, like the 15 to 20. So I was up 10 kilo, I think, from last week. And then I did my middle set, second set, which was 60 for 13, which is a PB. Granted, I am doing this a set forward, or a movement forward. And then my last set, I wasn't too heavy, I didn't take the time to like set up and get like locked in and clear the bullshit out of my head. So I managed 285 there, 175 on the top head, 110 on the bottom. And that was like a shit, I think it was like 9 reps. I'd have to watch the video back, but I'm sure it was around about 9 reps. So now we're doing last quad movement, hack squat. Aaron's got a set rep range. I'm just going to go with probably about 5.5 plates, whatever that works out to weight wise. And on this we've got it set to 45 degree on the hack, on the Watson hack, and then on the bottom peg we're on the second from the bottom peg, so we're able to get like right down hamstring setting calves. I am banding this with the daisy chain. In the off season I was banding it from the bottom, and obviously you get the benefit of doing so. But I found with this reverse banding it, 1, it helps Aaron's hips, and 2, it just keeps my knees healthy. Like, for the sake of argument's sake, I am dieting, joints are starting to get a bit beat up, my body's starting to get a bit beat up. For the sake of being hardcore, I'm not banding it and then having to drop loads and just everything else. It just makes, in my head, it makes sense to do so. But doing it with the daisy chain makes a massive difference. It kicks in when you want it, rather than just getting band tension from the jump. So, day after legs. Legs are very, very sore, but it is what it is. A real good session yesterday with Aaron. I am just editing it now. But just a quick overview. Superset abductor. 1 all-out set on the seated curl, 2 all-out sets on the leg extension, 3 sets on the hip press, a set on the hack, and then we finish with gaffs. So this new setup is somewhat, I was saying to Aaron, it's somewhat me trying to kind of lay the baseline of everything going forward, because I've got so many shows planned. But where this leg session is at in terms of volume, in terms of speed, in terms of how long it takes me to get through, in terms of the movement choice, even simple things like me being more stable in a movement is far better for where I'm at in prep. Bear in mind, I'm 16 weeks already into dieting now. So, I mean, I started at 105, 106 kilo, and today I'm 90. So just simply for the fact of being down 16 kilo of body weight, my ability to brace and stay stable and attack certain movements is just not what it is, and I often fight the fact that that's the case. But it never serves me well, it never serves me a benefit, so now just making these changes and adjustments has seen the productivity of these sessions just kind of go that bit further. But really happy with how everything moved in the session, and I didn't get a pump, but I don't expect to be getting pumps at the moment at this stage of prep. Still handling half decent loading on the movements I'm doing. And it is somewhat like kind of laying the groundwork and the foundation for me to go into the off season and have a similar methodology and approach to my leg sessions going forward. But that is something I will discuss on another day. But yeah, really happy. The one thing I don't want to say bugged me, but I need to figure out is my shoe choice. Obviously, I have numerous pairs of barefoot shoes. And I actually do prefer the Vivofoots to train in, because there's nothing to it, but they're not exactly true to fit. So I find on like squat patterns, specifically like the hack, I have to kind of like jiggle my feet around to get locked in. But yeah, really happy with how that session was. Everything kind of clicked and ticked over exactly how I want it to at this stage.